Good morning. I am Dr. Molly Cassidy, principal at A.J. Mitchell, and I'd like to welcome you to our kickoff of our READ initiative here in Santa Cruz County. We have some very special guests who are joining us this morning. We have the County Superintendent, Alfredo Velasquez, and Dr. Samuel from Arizona's Family Literacy Program, and we'd like to welcome you, and we hope you enjoy our presentations. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Before I start my little speech, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Mr. Velasquez. I was a first grade teacher for 13 years at Coronado Elementary School, and then I went on to teach second grade. My principal thought I was such a good teacher in first grade that I could count to 100, and I knew my ABCs. She said, you can become a second grade teacher. So I taught second grade at Coronado as well. And then I decided to be the county school superintendent, and I've been the county school superintendent for 7 years. And I get to work with all the schools throughout the county, from Nogales to Rio Rico to Patagonia to Elgin to Little Red. I work with Sacred Heart. I work with Lourdes. I work with Mexicayo. I get to visit 10,000 students throughout the county. How many students? 10,000. So I am here to tell you a little bit about why we're doing this very special event. But before I go there, I want to thank you for being such a great audience. And after this reading guest finishes her story, I have a little surprise for you. But I'd like to talk to you about a couple of things. First of all, I want to thank our teachers, Ms. Strickland, Ms. Martinez, and Ms. Teran for doing such an awesome job. Let's give them a big hand. To the parents, thank you for being here, for supporting the school community. You know that you play a critical role. As a former teacher, I know how important your role is in your child's education. So this is not where it stops. It continues on through high school. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. I have a person that works with me in my office. He is my chief deputy, my assistant, and he's also a former teacher. And he was very involved and played a critical role in what I'm going to be talking to you about, Mr. Ralph Lopez. I want to thank the chief of police also for being here. Thank you for representing the NUC governing board. And to Mr. Thompson, our Dr. Seuss. Wow. Thank you. And of course, Mr. Armenta for always being here to take a good filming of all the school activities that we do. Anyways, I am here to tell you about reading. You know, being a first grade teacher, I knew how important reading was. And I was a first grader and I went through school and I, learned to read. How many of you speak Spanish? Ah, y tuvieron que aprender inglés, ¿verdad? Sí. Ah, pues yo también tuve que aprender inglés. Para leer en inglés. So it's very important that you learn to read and that you don't forget also your Spanish language. All right? But you also are going to be learning to read because, like Dr. Cassidy said, it's going to help you with other things when you get into math, into writing, into science and social studies. And it's going to make your life a lot more easier. It's going to help you when you get to middle school and high school. So we are promoting an initiative in Santa Cruz County called Read on Santa Cruz. And what Read on Santa Cruz is, it's to promote the importance of reading. I heard some of you talk about how important reading is. It is one of the most important things in your lives. How many of you read every day? Wow. How many of you read at home with your mom and dad? Wow. How many of you read on Saturday and Sunday? Wow, that is impressive. You guys get a big hand from me. Great job. So we're also celebrating a very special author, and he did such great stories, from The Cat in the Hat to my favorite, Green Eggs and Ham. And so we're celebrating his birthday, and we thought we would kick off our Read on Santa Cruz initiative to make sure that you all learn about the importance of reading. To the parents, I thank you for your support again in making sure our students are reading. And we have a very special reader today. She's come from Phoenix, She was the director of First Things First here for several years, and now she played a critical role in getting us on board with this Read on Santa Cruz initiative. It is Dr. Aaliyah Samuel. She is the director of Family Literacy and Support for First Things First for the state of Arizona, and it is an honor to have her here and to introduce her to you, Dr. Samuels. Okay, here we go.
Good morning, boys and girls. Buenos días. ¿Cómo están? Yo hablo español también y es muy importante que tienes las dos idiomas, ¿ok? So tiene que leer en inglés y en español, ¿ok? Pero hoy vamos a leer en inglés There's a Rocket in My Pocket by Dr. Seuss. How many of you have read this book before? It's one of my favorites. And I have a little boy, he's not in kindergarten yet, but we read every day so that he can be prepared for kindergarten and first grade. And this is one of the books that we read together. And it's so funny to hear him laugh. And I don't think he knows what all the words mean. He just likes laughing at every page. Did you ever have the feeling there's a wasket in your basket? Can you guys see the wasket? Yeah. Way down there? Yeah. Or a neuro in your bureau. That'd be kind of scary to see something jump out of your dresser, huh? Or a wasset in your closet. Yeah, I think I'd be scared too. Sometimes I feel quite certain that there's a jerkin in the curtain. Sometimes I have a feeling there's a zlock behind the clock. and the zelf up on that shelf, I half talk to him myself. Can you see him way up hiding on the shelf? That's the kind of house I live in. Uh-oh, my sticker. There's a nink in the sink, and it's just swimming away, having a good time in the sink. And a zamp in the lamp, and they're rather nice, I think. Some of them are very friendly, like the yacht in the pot. But that yottle in the bottle, some are friendly, some are not. I like the zabel on the table and the gare under the chair. But that bofa on the sofa, well, I wish he wasn't there. All those nutbirds up in the cupboards, they're good fun to have about. But that that noothgrush on my toothbrush, him, I could do without. I don't think I'd want something on my toothbrush. The only one I'm really scared of is the vug under the rug. And the quimney up in the chimney, I don't like him, not at all. And it makes me sort of nervous when the Zal scoots down the hall. But the yeps on the steps, they're great fun to have around. And so are many, many other friends that I have found. Like the teller and the neller and the geller and the deller and the beller and the weller and the zeller in the cellar. That's a lot of friends.
here.
Oh yeah, he's in a little hammock, just kind of chilling in the cellar, having a good old time. Uh-oh. And the geeling on the ceiling, and the zower in my shower. And the Zillow on my pillow. I don't care if you believe it, that's the kind of house I live in, and I hope we never leave it. I think he likes all his friends. All right, boys and girls, that's it for me. I want to thank you for letting me come talk to you or read a book to you today. I used to be an elementary principal, and this was my favorite day because I was able to dress up like Thing 1 and Thing 2 and go around the school and create a lot of havoc. So although I didn't get to dress up, I can say I was able to read. So thank you, boys and girls. Que tengan buen día y gracias para todo lo que haces. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can we say thank you to her, please? Thank you. What a great reader.
Don't worry about the. Rob likes to take pictures here. No, I want you to come and give it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you guys for letting me come. I appreciate it. Oh, that sticker just won't stay. Thank you. Do you need this back?
You guys are doing such a good job. Did you like this book? Yes. We'll have to look into your pockets and see what are in your pockets. I hope there's no toys. All right, Mr. Velasquez is going to read you his favorite Dr. Seuss book. So please sit back down. Show me that you can still be a good listener. Boys and girls, thank you for sitting quietly. Thank you for paying attention. Oh, I like that.
All right, good morning, boys and girls. Again, I got a special treat for you, but you need to follow the rules of the game, all right? Are you ready? Yeah. All right, here we go. Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. How many of you have read this? Have you had Green Eggs and Ham? Oh, they are so good. With snake eyes on top. Oh. All right, here we go. Ready? All right. And I'm going to ask some questions, so you need to listen. And then you're going to read with me, too, so you need to listen. Yes, ma'am? It's my favorite book, too. Okay, yes, sir.
Yes, but I already read it.
You read it? Okay, are you ready?
I have it.
You have it. All right, here we go. Okay, Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam I am. That's Sam I am. That's Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like Green Eggs and Ham?
No.
I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with them? What kind of words are these? Rhyming words. Okay, so I'm gonna lead you and you're gonna follow. Let's see if you can follow with me. I do not like, okay, here we go, ready? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a house. I do not like them here or there. And I do not like them anywhere. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. I do not like them. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a box? Not in a box, not with a box. Not in a house, not with a house. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat Green Eggs and Ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, eat them. Here they are. I would not, could not in a car. Oh, yes. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. Good job. I would not, could not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a box. I do not like them in a house, and I do not like them with a mouse. I will not eat them here or there, and I will not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. A train, a train, a train, a train. Could you, would you on a train? Not in a train, not in a tree, not in a car. Sam, let me be. I would not, could not in a box. I could not, would not with a box. I will not eat them with a mouse, and I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am. Say, in the dark, here in the dark, would you, could you, in the dark? I would not, could not, in the dark.
You cannot see at the dark.
You can't see the dark. You couldn't see in the dark, right? All right, here we go. Would you, could you, in the rain? I would not, could not, in the rain, not in the dark, not on a train, not in a car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see? Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. You do not like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam. Could you, would you with a goat? I would not, could not with a goat. Would you, could you on a boat? Here we go. I could not, would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train. Not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I will not eat them with a box. I will not eat them in a house, and I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. You do not like them? So you say, try them, try them. And you may try them, and you may say, Sam, if you would let me be, I will try them. You will see. So he's about to try them. Do you think he'll like them?
Yes.
Well, look at the way he's looking at them.
He likes them.
Let's see. Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam, I am. I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain, in the dark, and on a train. And in a car, and in a tree. They are so good, you see? So I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a box. And I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse. I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere. I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam, I am. Thank you for being such a great audience. Let me tell you something. For being such a great audience, I got a special gift for you.
What is it?
Teachers, have they been behaving? Yes? They have? Have they been reading a lot? Do they do their homework? Yes. Parents, have they been behaving at home? No? Oh man, your parents just, oh man, they threw you under the bus. I don't know about the special gift now. What do you say? Are you going to work harder at home? Yeah! All right, this is what I got a deal for you. Each one of you is going to get a Happy Meal. All right? Each one of you is going to get a free Happy Meal. You're going to get them after your spring break for working so hard and for being such a great audience. This is our gift to you from all of us. Have a wonderful day. And what do you need to do? Read, read, read. Thank you so much. Take care.
What a wonderful experience it was for me to be here today at A.J. Mitchell Elementary School to watch the children react to the readings that were presented to them. Dr. Seuss, amazing opportunities when we read, especially at the younger ages. These first graders experienced a wonderful time, and I was glad to participate in that. Thank you.
It is nice to have you here in Nogales, and I would like to hear a little bit from you what's going on in the education field.
Well, right now, First Things First is doing a lot of work around early literacy. Because of the move on when reading, mandatory retention, we've really had to take a step back to see what our role is in making sure that kids and families and parents, most importantly, know what they can be doing from when a mom is pregnant until the age of 5 to prepare a child for kindergarten. And now we're really not just focusing on kindergarten, we're looking at 3rd grade. How do we help and play our part really well to make sure that kids are ready for kindergarten and also for 3rd grade so that they then don't get caught up in this move on when reading mandatory retention. So one of the things that we're working very closely with Terry Clark, the state literacy director, to develop a birth through age 8 literacy continuum, which really what that means is looking at each developmental stage and how we can infuse literacy not only in the home but in child care facilities, for in-home providers, for our home visitors, for parent educators that work very closely with families that have young children, specifically around literacy and the importance of language development, with practical tips that they can use at home so that they're really encouraging a rich language environment. And it doesn't matter what the native language is. It could be Spanish. We're working with several of the tribes on preserving their native language, but it's about having that very intentional conversation and really encouraging reading and language exposure at home. And so we work with ADE, we're working a lot with the State Board of Education as well as First Things First to figure out, as we talk about birth through age 8 and we look at the trends that are happening in the state with the Arizona College and Career Ready Standards or Common Core, as well as the move on when reading, how can we do our part better to make sure that less children are impacted by all of these changes? And so it's been really good because it's made us take a look at all of our family support programs and looking at how are we talking to parents about the importance of early literacy? How are we encouraging parents to talk to their children? How do we help make that connection between, when a kid arrives in kindergarten, that's not where the magic begins. It really starts much sooner, and helping parents make that connection. So that's really our big focus for the next year or two is working together with ADE to make sure that it's a smooth transition from birth all the way to age 8 or 3rd grade.
Ms. Simmons, is the state contemplating any help for parents to go through literacy as well?
I know ADE has talked a lot about taking a step back and recognizing that there are some low literacy levels across the state, and how do they address that? I'm not really sure what their plan has been. When we have our discussion, it's really about looking at where parents are right now, particularly the parents that have young children, and what resources and supports would they need to help take away some of the anxiety of, well, I'm not a good reader, so I'm not going to read to my child, or I didn't finish school, so I'm just not comfortable, and helping parents understand that you don't have to have a degree, you don't have to be a teacher to help your child learn to read, and here are practical steps that you can do at home. So we're really looking more from from the support piece with those families that have young children.
Finally, is the state contemplating the technology advance, to provide books through electronic media?
Yes, and actually digital literacy is a hot topic, not just here in Arizona, but nationwide, recognizing that technology is just changing the way we look at information. And so actually Terry Clark, the state literacy director, is currently working on a program to launch this summer that will have children, they will have free access to ebooks online, whether it's through a parent's smartphone that has internet connection, whether they go to a public library, whether they have an iPad, they actually will have their own login. They can go into the system and have access to hundreds of electronic books. So it's one of those things that's in the process. She hopes to launch it. I know the summer reading program last year was launched late April, early May, and that's something that she's working very diligently on. And not only working with schools, but also child care providers that have preschool for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, so that those young children as well can start getting exposure. Because the reality of it is that's the direction that it's going in. So we are acknowledging digital literacy as a very important piece, and also how to help parents understand that just because they're reading on the computer or having some kind of technology reading to them, that interaction and that parent piece is still very important as well.
Well, thank you for bringing a smile to our kids and
You're
for bringing that
welcome.
information to our parents.
You're
Is
welcome.
there any website or something
Yes,
that
yes.
they can get information from?
Yes, the best website to go to is readonarizona.org, and that has all of the happenings that are going on in the state around literacy, but it also has quite a few links with websites and resources for parents. I am also going to work on getting the Arizona Literacy Guide printed and brought down here as well. So it's on my list of things to do when I get back, but the Read on Arizona website is a great start.
Well, you know that you're welcome all the time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.